Rachel today up on the Kitaholic Kits YouTube channel with another July layout. So this layout, I've chosen these beautiful black and white papers. First of all, I'd chosen this gorgeous house paper. I knew I wanted to use that. And then I contemplated using the back side of it as well, but decided to go with the beautiful script writing that says, "I love you to the moon and back," I think it says over and over again. I can't remember. So I'm going to cut two triangles and layer them up on the right hand side of the page. And then I'm going to use this gold doily here to anchor my picture. My picture today is one of my gorgeous kitties and my gorgeous husband. We were out bushwalking, looking at some waterfalls, and I snapped this picture. Now, even though I cut off most of the waterfall picture, it's still a nice shot of them. It's not perfect, but they never are when you've got a 6 and a 4-year-old in the photo. So just getting those paper pieces adhered down with my ATG. This thing is a lifesaver. It's so quick. My layouts used to take nearly 2 hours each, and they've definitely, I know it's not just that, I am being more decisive in my layouts, but they've really shortened a lot now. I can get them done in sort of half an hour, 40 minutes. Not this one though. This one did take me a while. I get a little bit lost in the middle, and you will see that. You'll see it sort of gets a bit jumpy because I've had to edit out a lot of time where I'm sitting there doing nothing. So I've decided that I'm going to also use those papers as a second cluster. So I'm just cutting two very thin strips of the paper. So I've got my house paper there, and there's my scripty paper. And I'm just going to position those off to the left just here. And I will end up layering a little piece of the gold doily as well. I decide I need to bring my photo or trim my photo just a little bit smaller because I do want to do some layers behind the photo. And for something different, I decide to mat my photo with black cardstock instead of white. This does get me stuck, however, because I mat it with the black, which I'm just doing now. And then I go ahead and I put this grey triangle behind it. And I'm sort of a bit thrown. I feel like I needed one more layer, but for some reason I wanted to go lighter again, and all the papers I was looking at and trying to choose from sort of were a bit darker, or they had too much colour in them. So I end up putting it aside for the minute, and then I'm going to stick down my paper strips and work on that second cluster. So just getting those stuck down, and then I will snip off a bit of the doily and bring that in, and then we will move forward with the rest of the layout. So since I couldn't come up with another patterned paper for my layout, I decided that I was going to make my own. So I grabbed my washi from the kit, and this little sort of sketchy circles washi is my favourite out of the 3 washis that we got. The Hall Pass washi, I believe they are. And what I just do is create sort of a border, and then I'm going to stick my photo down in the middle and trim that off, and you wouldn't know that it's just washi. You would think it is another pattern paper by the time I'm finished with it. And that gives me the desired effect that I'm after. So I've got the dark black, then the light grey and white triangles, and then the white and black sketchy circles. So my layers go from dark to light, and that's what I was after. And so just finishing trimming that up now, and then I'm going to get that stuck down to the doily, and then we will move on to embellishing. So the first embellishment I pull is one of these beautiful fabric Heidi swap bows, and I go with the white and black polka dot bow, and I like it where I've got it at the moment, but then it sort of didn't leave room for much more. And you know me, I love a good cluster, so I go ahead and I move that over to my smaller cluster, my smaller sort of embellishment section over here, and then that leaves me with room here to add in some other stuff. First thing I do is pull in that I love you tab, and now I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be doing a fairly monochromatic layout, so just sticking with black, white, grey and gold embellishments. So I've gone through and I've flipped out and pulled through all the bits of ephemera I like, and now I'm just going to get to layer those up on top of the gold doily there. Now that took me forever, and I did try and edit out as much as I could, but just thought I'd let you know that these two cloud pieces, which I'm sticking down now, they are actually from our exclusive cut apart sheet designed by Deb. So are all the little black, white and grey love hearts you see floating around the page. So with this grey circle sticker, I've layered that up on top of the viewfinder ephemera piece, and I've actually just popped that up on some craft foam, which I punched out a circle using just my punch. And now I'm getting to, I'm just cutting at some banner flags or some banner fishtail ends in that love piece of ephemera. And you might have seen, what was throwing me a little bit was with that little house piece of ephemera, the windows were open and you could see the gold doily behind it, but then because it wasn't sitting all on the gold doily, they were all different colors, and that was putting me off a little bit. So what I actually did was just with one of the other washi tapes, the sketchy line washi tape, is I just folded a piece of that over and adhered that to the back. So that's what you see poking through the window now, and I'm happy with that. Going ahead and getting the rest of those pieces stuck down. Now I'm going to pull in a little grey XO or hugs and kisses off the sticker sheet, and I'm going to just place that above my second cluster there with one of Deb's cut apart hearts, again in that grey colour. And that is pretty much the embellishing done, and I'm going to move on to my title. Now I had left the space underneath my photo for my title, but when it came time to putting it down, I decided that I was going to position it in between my two clusters. So I used those beautiful Dalmatian thickers to spell out the word family, and that my is from another thickers pack, which I also believe is from a previous kit. So that's going to be my title, My Family. Now I'm just pulling in some sparkly Swiss crosses, which I came across when I was looking through my thickers for the title. I think that they are just from my stash. I don't think they're from a previous kit. So I'm going to put two of those, one up at the top left corner of my photograph and one in my cluster. And then pulling in this phrase sticker from the Kaiser Craft sticker sheet, and it says, "Today is a great day and it's all because of you." And I'm just going to put that in that space where I had left room for my title. So that's it about done. I know I wanted to add some gold Heidi Swap Colour Shine splatters, but I also decided that I would add some enamel dots. Well, they're called flourishes, and they're from an Australian company. Again, they're from a previous kit, and they're a little bit more dome shaped and a little bit more dimensional than a standard enamel dot. So I go ahead and I put 3 little clusters of 3 and just scatter those around the page. And I will finish up with some Heidi Shine and I am done. So there'll be some close-ups coming up, and if you want to find out more information about these gorgeous kits, get over to the Kitaholic Kits Facebook page or check out their website, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya, bye.